5 zodiac signs with angelic beauty but with a demon soul. Some people are deceptively beautiful. Their appearance is like the light of an angel, and their gaze is crystal clear. But behind this perfect shell is hidden an element that only a few obey. Their souls hold the power of darkness, not evil, but all-consuming. These are the ones who are able to destroy and make you fall in love with one word, heal and hurt with one touch. These are the chosen ones of the 5 zodiac signs, whose beauty confuses, and whose energy subjugates the will. It is these people who have a dual nature. An angelic appearance is just a key behind which an inner demon is hidden. Not in the sense of evil, but in the sense of power, passion, power over yourself and others. Having gotten to know them, you will never remain the same. They are born to test feelings, experience strength, awaken the secret. And if you have noticed that someone nearby attracts and scares you at the same time, you have already encountered one of them. Do you want to know who these 5 zodiac signs with angelic beauty and a demonic soul are? Then stay until the end. It will be unexpected. Subscribe to the channel if you feel that such secrets are close to you. And in the comments write, which of your friends definitely fits this description. The first sign is Scorpio. Scorpio's appearance attracts instantly. There is something in his gaze that makes even those who are used to not paying attention to anyone stop. His features can be subtle, sharp or contrasting, but everything about him causes a reaction. He may not smile, he may not speak, but this is what attracts. Scorpio does not demand attention, it comes to him on its own. There is something perfect in his appearance, flawlessly verified, as if carved from marble. This is a beauty that is not touched by time and habit. But behind it is not light, but depth, not warmth, but tension. What is hidden behind his appearance is not vulnerability, not romanticism, but an internal control system stretched to the limit. Scorpio does not trust intuitively, does not fully open up to anyone, never. He can be soft, caring, attentive, but all this is conscious behavior. He has a cold mind in which emotions are analyzed before they manifest themselves. The soul of Scorpio is a territory that is not allowed without a reason. And if you do get there, you will find not a bright garden, but a steel structure. He does not take revenge immediately. He waits, he observes, he analyzes, and if he senses betrayal, he strikes accurately, without hesitation. His inner shadow is not chaotic, it is thought out. Scorpio does not lose control. He can wait a year before reminding someone of their debt. Inside him, a precise evaluation mechanism works. Who is worthy, who is not. His actions are never random. Behind every step is a motive, logic and calculation. And this strategy makes him the most dangerous in emotional games. The beauty of Scorpio is bait. Behind it lies the ability to control, manipulate, provoke. He can inspire trust in a few minutes, deceive the instincts of the interlocutor, show what they want to see, and then disappear, leaving the feeling that you have been taken apart. He does not like superficial reactions. If a person cannot read between the lines, he is empty for Scorpio. He needs those who recognize the essence, but there are few of them. That is why he is often alone, not because of weakness, but because of strength. His angelic appearance is part of the game. His true nature is depth, in which there is no pity, but there is justice. He is not afraid of darkness, betrayal, fear. He experienced all this both inside and outside. That is why he became the one who no longer doubts himself. He acts sharply, intelligently, uncompromisingly. And if someone thinks that they can predict his reaction, they are wrong. Scorpio never repeats himself. He creates scenarios that turn into a mirror only for those who dare to look into its depths. The second sign is Taurus. Nobody expects danger from Taurus. His appearance inspires confidence, harmonious facial features, measured movements, confident but calm speech. He knows how to listen, creating a feeling of absolute understanding. It is easy to breathe next to him, and people begin to talk more than they should. Taurus knows how to evoke sympathy, he knows how to look like an angel. But under this shell hides a creature with a sharp mind, an iron will and a predatory calculation. The demon inside does not make noise, does not destroy. He builds, observes, endures, and then hits accurately, without unnecessary movements. His goodwill is a tool. If Taurus smiles, this does not mean that he is kind. He can be calm while the calculation of situations is going on in his head. He analyzes weaknesses, studies the psychology of others in order to put pressure on the vulnerable at the right moment. Taurus rarely enters into open conflicts. He does not need to raise his voice, he knows how to create pressure with silence. When he appears, people feel like they are being watched, even if he is silent. He has absolute control over himself and the situation. The angelic beauty of Taurus is enhanced by his inner discipline. He never lets emotions knock him off course. If Taurus has chosen a goal, he will achieve it, but not with a frontal attack, but with subtle, precise tactics. In relationships, he can be affectionate, courteous, generous. He can say that he trusts, that he forgives, that everything is fine. But inside, he keeps score. He remembers every insult, every lie, every little thing that was not told to him. He waits for a person to relax, and then he strikes a blow from which there is no defense. The demon inside Taurus does not destroy for the sake of destruction. He acts for the sake of justice, according to his own logic. If someone has caused pain, there will be retribution, and not necessarily physical. Taurus knows how to deprive confidence, destroy reputation, take away resources. He will not rush. He will let the victim believe that everything is forgotten, and then he will take everything to the last, and will not flinch, because he has a clear moral code. But this code is not about good and evil, but about duty, responsibility and consequences. His charm makes him dangerous. People are not afraid of Taurus. They open up to him, seek his approval, want to be close. But it is worth crossing the line, and the angel turns into a cold-blooded observer. He can cut a person out of his life without explanation, can take everything from someone, leaving no chance for recovery. He does not shout, does not blame, he just acts. And does it with perfect accuracy. He does not seek revenge, he restores balance to his account. Taurus has no need to prove anything. His inner strength makes him indifferent to assessments. If he decided that someone is no longer needed, this decision is final. And even if a person begs, asks, explains, Taurus remains cold. This is a demon who can forgive, but does not forget. He can love, but does not tolerate weakness. He can be kind, but only to the point where his principles are not violated. This combination of external softness and internal firmness is his special danger. Taurus is able to charm, seduce, captivate. He can speak beautiful words, give comfort, create a sense of security. But inside him lives a structure built on calculation and power. He is patient, hardy and merciless when he thinks it is necessary. The demon inside Taurus does not scream. He whispers, and in this whisper is a sentence. The third sign of Pisces. In the eyes of others, Pisces are an image of softness, sensuality and endless compassion. They are seen as consolation, beauty and a subtle soul. They often inspire trust at first sight, because their appearance is attractive. Calmness in their facial features, plasticity in their gestures, confident kindness in their voice. They are compared to angels, because Pisces can hear and feel deeper than anyone else. But this beauty is only the top layer. Inside, there is something that no one even suspects, a calculating, subtle, vengeful demon with the face of a saint. Pisces do not act directly. They do not enter into conflicts openly. Instead, they observe, they remember, they analyze, and they do all this with such delicacy that the victim does not even realize that he is under close control. Pisces can be the mirror in which a person wants to look. They show exactly the reflection that is needed, and at this moment, they penetrate inside, collect information, read weaknesses, study where and how to put pressure, if such a moment comes. The demonic part is not in destruction, but in manipulation. Fish will not scream. They will ask a question. One, but so accurately that they will confuse even the most cold-blooded opponent. They can pretend to forgive, but behind the smile, preparations for a distant, but ruthless answer have already begun. Fish can hug, and mentally pave the way to complete neutralization of the opponent. In love they envelop, in friendship, dissolve, in business, behave impeccably. But when they are betrayed or used, a cold, hidden operation of revenge begins. Their inner demon feeds on observation. Fish can be silent for weeks, pretending to have forgotten, forgiven, let go. In fact, each episode is stored in their subconscious, and when the right time comes, they act. Not emotionally, not spontaneously, cold-bloodedly. They can deprive trust, destroy reputation, deprive access to resources, distort everything so that the opponent is left alone, not understanding how and when everything collapsed. Fish are in no hurry. They live on their own timeline. Their external angelic beauty enhances this contrast. People want to trust them. They want to share, relax, ask for advice. Fish can say exactly the words that a person wants to hear. But if someone hurts them, the demon inside will wake up. And then fish will stop being saviors. They will become predators, not loud, not furious, but those who do everything precisely, calmly and without a chance of recovery. They do not explain themselves. They just disappear, leaving behind emptiness. In an emotional connection, fish can be incredibly attractive. They give a lot: attention, support, inspiration. But if they were cheated on, betrayed, deceived, the reckoning will not be immediate. But it will be, and it will be such that a person will never forget. Fish do not destroy, they rebuild. Completely, and already according to their own rules. The demon inside does not scream. It whispers quietly, until a person begins to doubt himself. Fish do not take revenge, they restore balance. But this balance can cost another everything. Their strength is in invisibility. They enter the soul quietly, easily, but come out with destruction. Not because they're evil, because they know how to protect themselves. They know how to fight for justice. And if necessary, they will turn into a precise, calculating, emotionally cold mechanism. And all this, under the mask of that very angelic beauty that everyone admires. But few people realize what power is hidden inside this serenity. Fish do not warn, they act, and act, without mistakes. The fourth sign, Gemini. Gemini are always noticeable. They are beautiful in a special way, lively facial expressions, quick gestures, easy laughter, a sharp mind reflected in the facial features. Their appearance is remembered at first sight, but not because of the classic forms, but because of the magic of movement. They know how to be different. 1 minute, 2 minutes, completely different. Their face changes with emotion, their eyes live their own life, and this makes an impression. They do not seem dangerous. On the contrary, it is easy, interesting, fun with them. But behind this liveliness is a complex, dual internal code. It is inside that Gemini hides that part that they do not show to anyone. Their soul is not chaos, but a labyrinth. Logic, cold interest, egoism and observation live there at the same time. They know how to adapt, play along, demonstrate the necessary feelings. But all this is not necessarily sincere. They do not lie directly, they just leave something unsaid. And this understatement turns them into masters of psychological maneuvering. Gemini is a sign that can say what the interlocutor wants to hear, and at the same time not reveal a single detail about themselves. Their intellect is like a weapon. They easily read weaknesses, instantly catch the mood, know how to change the course of a conversation in the right direction. And at the same time, they maintain the image of easy, accessible, friendly. Their demonstrative simplicity is a trap. The heart of Gemini knows how to sympathize, but the mind is always stronger. If necessary, they will leave without explanation. If they want, they will return, but not because they missed you, but because it is beneficial to them. Their decisions are formed not by feelings, but by the moment. They do not need much time to evaluate a person. Everything happens quickly: evaluation, choice, reaction. They can be warm and cold at the same time. Their inner part is not tied to the emotions of others. They play, but they play by their own rules. This contrast, angelic appearance and demonic flexibility, makes them unpredictable. Their words can inspire, and a minute later, devalue. They know how to be ideal interlocutors, create the illusion of closeness, and then distance themselves as if nothing happened. It is easy for them to destroy illusions, because they themselves create them. Their strength is in adaptation. Their weakness is in the inability to keep the mask for long if interest fades. It is in this duality that their demonic essence lies. Not evil, but calculating. Not vengeful, but rational. They do not hurt for the sake of pain. But if someone has become superfluous, he will disappear from their lives without warning. Geminis are not tied. Their wings are freedom, and their weapon is a cold, mobile, changeable soul that easily takes any form. The fifth sign is Leo. Leo has an appearance that is impossible to ignore. His grace, posture, confident movements and expressive face create the effect of presence even before the first word. He enters, and the space begins to react. It does not matter whether he has high external attractiveness in the classical sense. Leo's charisma is always more powerful. He does not try to please, but his charm works automatically. This is not softness. This is strength wrapped in shine. People feel he is special, but not everyone understands what exactly they are faced with. Behind this beauty and radiance is a complex soul, not evil, but dangerous. Leo is not the one who will take revenge on a small scale. He acts on a large scale. His reactions are formed from pride, a sense of superiority and intransigence. He does not forgive humiliation. He can smile, give compliments, behave perfectly, until he feels a threat. And then his inner essence is revealed. He does not yell. He acts cold-bloodedly, like a general. He punishes with absence, ignoring, a powerful cold that gives neither a chance nor hope. In the soul of Leo lives absolute power. He feels superior. This is not a pose. This is the essence. He does not tolerate competition in the space where he considers himself the center. His gaze can burn, his silence can destroy. He knows how to be generous, magnanimous, but his generosity is always a tool. It is given to those who admire. And if someone rebels against his rules, Leo becomes cruel. He knows how to speak beautifully, makes gestures that seem sincere. But often behind this there is strict control. He knows how to behave in order to achieve his goal. He does not play spontaneously. He builds the architecture of relationships. And if someone does not fit in, ceases to exist. His power extends to everything he decides to pay attention to. But Leo's attention is currency. It is not free. The essence of Leo's demonic side is that he feels no guilt for destruction. If someone has let him down, disobeyed him, betrayed him, or simply failed to live up to his expectations, Leo will destroy him emotionally. He will not cry. He will not beg. He will leave in the way that only he can, loudly, dazzlingly, leaving behind emptiness. His greatness does not forgive weakness, and his strength does not tolerate disobedience. A Leo with an angelic appearance is an image of strength, behind which hides a ruthless inner precision. He shines, and can burn. He sparkles, and can destroy with a shadow. His beauty is not tenderness. His beauty is armor, and behind it is the essence that will always choose control, not emotions.